Okay guys, we're here and ready to fight a fucking castle. Before we do though, I may as well go over our stuff. I really haven't been grinding though, as mentioned last segment. But these are our levels at the moment and our jobs. Haven't gotten very far with Amos yet. No Carver. Still just one behind before he could be a hero, so... But we did get some mastery here and there. But otherwise, nothing too big. And don't worry about the slimes. I'm bringing them along for fun at best right now. At least until we pick up our next party member, which will be after this... Well, not this segment, but the following segments. So, but okie dokes. Items don't really matter too much. This is mostly about going over what we have everyone equipped with. I'm sticking with the Platinum Mail on Amos for now, even if it's not really necessary for... Well, it helps a little right now for some magic. But otherwise, yeah, just same general gear. Right now, the bow tie is the only accessory that works on him that I'm willing to give him anyway. Yiggleaf is just for in case he's... But that's about it. I actually should move the Yiggleaf from No Carver to somebody else. I'm going to give it to you because you actually have a revive. No, the only one that doesn't have a revive is Ashlynn. I was about to call her Barbara. That's her original name. Anyway. Hero. Hero's got all the legendary equipment, which I, of course, made it fancy at the Fashion Forge, because that gives you slightly more defense. And even as a Sage now, he can actually do some decent attack. Perfect, really. And he will be attacking, though. He has a lot of support stuff to do first. Don't worry about the Dream Blade, and the Seiko Essence at this point should just go away. I just haven't cleaned up inventory right now, because you don't really need to. Millie could have a better weapon now, but she really doesn't need it, because she's not going to have very good attack for now. In fact, I think for the rest of the game she's not either. But she's got her flowing dress, silver platter, bunny ears, you know, general stuff here. The Fireclaw can be sort of helpful, but honestly, the fucking castle... I like calling it just the fucking castle. But the castle has 60% reduction of frizz, sizz, bang, and crack. So most magic's not really going to help you. So you don't have to worry about that. Millie's mostly on supportive and healing duties. As for Ashlynn, she'll actually be attacking a little, because I got her the Wizardly Whip. It does give her a little bit better attack, and with the Armamentalist class, it really does help. I mean, alongside this accessory, too. Otherwise, mostly the same gear, and a Step of Gent in case she needs to help heal, which she shouldn't, because she's kind of on the slow side. And same thing with the other gear, I just haven't cleaned it up. Yeah, poor Nevin. I think he's just going to be the emergency person in later fights. But anyway, that's our setup. Let's go ahead and hit this until it takes us up. There it is. And now it's time to fight a fucking castle. Everyone's going to start buffing first, but the guy that I use to keep me on track of the game mentions that if, well, the castle can cast Magic Barrier, which increases resistances to status moves, which Sap and apparently Knuckle Sandwich counts as. So you don't want to always, if you see him just do that, you're going to either want to Disruptive Wave him, which we don't have access to right now, or you're going to just have to use a different attack of move. So my goal here is to immediately put down Sap for boss time against Stormsgate Citadel, or a fucking castle. First things first, let me change off the tactics. First thing that you're going to do is actually cast Magic Barrier. That way, some of the magic gets helped a little bit. It gives 25% resistance to all direct damage spells, minus a certain few. So you may as well use those. For the hero, he's going to actually try to sap. For you, Millie, she's going to kabuff, and Ashlynn is going to also try and cast sap. We want to get that sap on early. Alright, first one worked. Alright. And the other one worked too. We're good. Yeah, he's going to go down pretty fast now. We don't even have to worry. So, let him do the Knuckle Sandwiches. We're going to have you go ahead and throw a kabuff down. You're going to actually keep us healed. And you are going to start the oomps. Even though it's going to get to Amos a little later. Good. Yeah, we're going to be doing kicking some major ass. This is probably the most dangerous move he has, which we really don't have to worry about. You can actually keep kabuffing. You're gonna hustle and oomph yourself. It would be technically cheaper to have no Carver using oomph, but it's not that necessary. But now that we buffed up pretty well, the damage just does not matter. Alright, you keep knuckle sandwiching. You go ahead, keep kabuffing. Hustle. Throw an oomph over on Carver now. Thank you. This is why I like Millie being fast. Yeah, the Kaswoosh, not so bad. It's weird though that Carver is taking more damage. I guess some of his legendary gear doesn't help him with the wind element as much. But anyway, I think we're kabuffed up enough. You don't have any... Oh! He has one other thing. Summon, you keep hustling, and you're good now. For attacks, you can play around with this. I would say... You're slow... Are you slower or faster? I forget. Lightning is pretty safe. It does the same amount of damage, but let me see how double-edged slash does. I actually don't know. Oh, cool! We have an attacking summon with us. Okay. And she does 290! Not bad! Okay. Yeah, that's much more damage than she would do regularly. But anyway, you could just do that. You're going to keep hustling, and you can keep double-edged slashing. She really doesn't have the HP to be utilizing it that often. But... we should be okay. Will she go down? It'd be funny if she does. Almost. Okay, yeah, you keep the knuckle sandwich going. Why don't you... I think multi-heal heals more than the dance. I don't know. And then, but in any case, this way you can go ahead and just do a quick mid-heal on Ashlynn, just to keep her up. And why don't we just go back to Lightning Slash? It's a shame. Double Edge does it so well, but it does too much damage with her with oomph on her. And there you go. Stormgate Castle down. It took longer in my Let's Play because I didn't really have the most adequate team for it, but I decided to go with it anyway, and it was okay. So, but anyway, that's it for the castle. Next up is a bit of a gauntlet. I shall see you there after these guys finish their stuff. Okay, guys, we're ready to fight Dhuran. Well, rather, our three boss times at once. First up, we're going to have the Uberkilling machine and Iron Tortoise, then Terry, and then finally Dhuran himself. Dhuran, however you want to say it. So, I didn't do grinding, but I did do some seed giving now. And I wanted to give a little bit more to Millie, just so she could survive a little better. She has okay defense, but not great defense like our hero here does, who only has a little more HP than her anyway. There will probably be deaths here, just so you know. Unfortunately, Dhuran is pretty damn fast, and we can't always get ahead of him, even as the hero with the meteorite bracer. It's unfortunate, but it's true. But otherwise, yeah, that's the only thing I really gave out, was just the extra HP. Otherwise, we're good. So, item-wise, there's nothing too much different. We have the same equipment. Yiggleaf here. I just figured I'd show you guys everything as necessary. We did pick up an extra Yiggleaf though, so now Ashlynn has one too. One big thing for Ashlynn that I did change, however, is the Sacred Armor. I put that on her this time instead of Nevin in the back because, well, one, she's doing more battle anyway, and two, she really doesn't need the resistances that the Flowing Dress gives at the moment. So I think it's better to give her the Sacred Armor just to give her a little bit more defense. I might go back and forth, we'll have to see. But either way, both Millie and Ashlynn can die in the very first round if we get a little unlucky. We're going to hope that we don't, but for now, let's jump right in, because we have a bit of a trial. It shouldn't be too bad, though. My test runs worked out well. Unfortunately, we don't have, other than the first two, we only have, other than the first two, we don't have a way to use sap on any of the other bosses. So that means fights are probably going to take a little longer. But otherwise, we just have to do some little fun things. For boss time, first time against Uberkilling machine and Iron Tortoise. Sorry, my voice just kind of squeaked there. Alright, first things first, we're actually going to use Selflessness on Ashlynn because she's a little bit more vulnerable. We're going to have you go ahead and kabuff. You are going to use your Fuddle Dance on the Iron Tortoise because it can be affected by it. It's pretty damn nice. That way we can stop it from doing whatever bullshit it's trying to do. And she is going to go ahead and oomph up Amos. Just for the first round here. And that's why. Fuddle didn't work, damn. And he cast Bounce? Well, that takes away some of my strategy, that sucks. We got the Kabuff in, so why don't you go ahead and just try to attack the Uberkilling machine first, because that's the only one that's actually painful. You are going to have to do heal duties, so why don't you multi-heal, because you have to keep trying the Fuddle Dance. I mean, we could also use the spell Fuddle, but I think the hero's the only one that can go first for sure. I'm not positive on this. I could Magic Burst for no reason, really, but I'm not gonna. Let me see. She oomphed him and bounces on you. I think that means Kafrizzle on the Iron Tortoise will be okay. Does have a 30% reduction. Or when that happens. That could have been bad. Okay, he's confused. Okay, Iron Tortoise is confused. So now you can focus your work on here. Why don't you just keep kabuffing, and at this point, you should keep kabuffing too, because we need the help. And we can't Kafrizzle you. Yeah, and he has no, you can't sap him either, because he's got Bounce on, and I don't have any way to deal with that. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. He can Knuckle Sandwich Uberkilling Machine. Always forget that. Yeah, double Kabuff, and why don't you go ahead, I was going to have her Kafrizzle. What do we have? I could have her heal for some reason, but nah. Why don't we... I actually don't know what to do with her. I could have her Focus Strength, or... You know what? Crazy Hatchet Man, why not? Ow. But he survived. Yeah, we get as much kabuffing as we can. Ah, he returned to his senses. Damn it. Alright, you go ahead and keep Knuckle Sandwiching. I'm going to attempt to multi-heal, but we'll see how that goes. Same with her. She's going to get... well, actually, no. She has to Fuddle. And why don't you... This is a little bit different than how it went for my my run here. I'm going to have Ashlynn defend. Okay. Not too bad. Confused. Unfortunately... Damn it! Unfortunately, it was covering it. Yeah, keep multi-healing, Fuddle, and Hatchet Man's not worth it. Magma Blast, Sudden Eruption. Try. I don't have much else. Hitting 2 is not a bad idea. Oh, Bounce wore off. And Confuse is down 2. Oh, that worked! Huh! This took longer than it should have, just so you know. Go ahead and just full heal yourself, I think. We don't really have to worry too much about... Yeah, you can go ahead and keep fuddling. We don't have to worry too much about our MP because we're not going to need much for Terry. Oh, it's already confused. Whoops. And there you go. Alright, and Spot leveled up. Cool. He learned how to nap. Good for him. Everyone needs a nice nap every now and then. Yes. And anyway, next up is Terry, who has no sap, unfortunately, so... But as usual, Millie and the hero are playing support for this one. Yep, Terry sold his soul. For boss time against Terry himself. Let's do this. Beat his ass in for taking the sword and whatever. I don't really care. I think this is a case where Magic Barrier is actually helpful for some of the elemental stuff he has, so we're gonna go ahead and just get our full retinue of buffs in. Where's your buff? And why don't you set up the oomphs? Yeah, oomph up Amos. Okay, there we go. All right, don't bother with the knuckle sandwich. Unfortunately, it doesn't do enough damage. I mean, it has a 50% chance to be resisted, so you're better off just going ahead and regular attacking. You can go ahead and bolster yourself. You just keep kabuffing for now, and... No, you're good. Go ahead and just Kafrizzle. Now that Ashlynn has Kafrizzle, she could do a little bit more help here. Don't get me wrong, it'd be better if Kafrizzle was on a stage, but whatever. Not as much damage as I would like. Why don't you go ahead and hustle, and just keep the Kafrizzle on. Alright, 108 and 104. There you go. Ashlynn's going to be doing more damage with Kafrizzle because she does not have enough attack power to really do well. Okay, anyway, yeah, you're doing about 100. What does multi-fist look like? And you just keep attacking, and throw one more buff out, and we're good. And there. 130 from no Carver. You're doing shit right now. Let's see. 50, 71, 101. Yeah, that does more damage overall. We're better off doing multi-fists. So, multi-fist, attack. You know, you could actually attack if you wanted to. He's fully immune to zap, so your lightning's not going to do much, and I get a little squicked out if I was going to do puff puff. You don't have much, do you? Fire claw. Try that. I don't know how much damage that'll be, but yeah, Terry is not an issue. Oh, cool. Yeah, so that actually was suitable damage there. You know, I've also been debating if maybe I should have Millie switch back to her default class, because technically I just said she can only be a Luminary. She can't do any other jobs, but I could have her be her default job for more stats. I mean, I could see what the stats are, at least, for depending what we're doing. But yeah, why don't you just keep doing it, and we'll get through this fat eventually. He has a decent amount of HP, but not a whole ton. Oh yeah, attack your sister twice. That's really lovely. Yeah, I love that self-healing. Alright, do that. Why don't you get some healing in, and just keep Kafrizzling. We're going to get a full heal after this anyway. Not bad. The dodge is probably where multi-fist is not as good. Where you're better off just regular attacking, maybe. I don't know. But then again, you could also have the same happen to you normally anyway, so why worry? That's okay. And Millie got to finish him off. That's lovely. All right. Not so bad. Plus, he has no way to disruptive wave, so that kind of worked. Yep, it does, Dhuran. But thank you for the full heal. I appreciate it, including the MP back. This is going to be a little bit on the tougher side, however, and we're probably going to have a couple deaths. So don't be surprised when that happens. For boss time against Dhuran himself. And he is tough. Alright, so he has immunity to Knuckle Sandwich, but he has no resistance to Frizz, Bang, and whatnot. However, he does hit pretty damn hard. So for the very first turn, I am actually probably going to try Selfless again. And do that for... I'm going to say Ashlynn is probably the one at most risk. So you do that, you throw it... Well, actually, no. You're going to actually throw it you want the Sword of Ramius over on you, and we're going to have you go ahead, and he is faster than you, so why don't... Well, sometimes he's faster than you. Throw a buff up for fun. It won't matter if she does. The main thing we're going to have to rely on is Kafrizzle. Thank you. That does not hurt as much. Yeah. So he's probably going to die. I could have him defend, but I don't know if I want to. I don't think you don't get that extra defensive move on this class, right? Yeah, you don't. Don't worry about overbuffing. It's not worth it. I'm going to go ahead and let him attempt to attack and have you attempt to full heal him. It probably won't work, but actually I'll make it a multi-heal. That way it won't be wasted. Well, less wasted. We're going to have you go ahead and preemptively hustle, even if it gets covered. Okay, good. You outsped. Oh, and you get to fill him up. That was nice. Alright, so Umfan can buffer down. Less painful than it could have been. Alright, you keep attacking. You're going to have to full heal yourself. Hopefully you get to it in time. And since it's down, try kabuffing, and you Kafrizzle. Yeah, this is... I don't have a great strategy for this. Ah, you missed. Why'd you miss? Actually, why am I doing that anyway? Multi-fist is better. Let's see. We're in better condition now. Why don't you sort of Rami as him? And you can go ahead and back to hustle and Kafrizzle. But yeah, best I could do here. Technically, Nevin would probably be better to bring along than Millie, maybe. But Millie was useful for a couple things, and also she's decently fast, so... Very good. Okay. Keep the multi-fists going. Try and full heal. Try throwing a kabuff up again if you can. If he's going fast, then Millie's dead anyway, so even with the defend. That's why I'm not really too worried. There you go. Ow. That's okay. Good hits. Alright, keep attacking. I don't trust that Millie's going to get the outspeed all the time. So why don't you try and full heal, throw another kabuff, and you Kafrizzle. Alright, so far I've been proven wrong. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, Ashlynn may go down by accident here. And ow. Yeah, that one's not so good. Full heal and go ahead and throw a kabuff up again and just Kafrizzle again. I'm not too worried. Oh, there she goes. She's down. Oh, well, good for you. I think that shield just earned its parking space there. Very good. Okay, keep that up. I'm going to have you just go ahead and multi-heal anyway, and you can just keep kabuffing, I guess. Actually, no, I'm not going to have you do this. I'm going to risk it so I can try to get an oomph on you. It's not that it's that important, but I want to try and get that on, is all. And yeah, anytime you get oomph, it seems to happen. And no one's dead, but we're hurt. Very good. I'm going to fast forward the multi-fists. The multi-fists take a while, but they are better damage overall. Alright, throw the... Actually, no. Sword of Ramius, Hustle, and just Kafrizzle, because I don't think the kabuff is as worth it. The kabuff is more like a, hey, can that help? Maybe. Here goes Ashlynn. Alright, we got a little extra damage. It's only 30 more, but it's still an extra hit. And ouch. At least you have that self-heal, that's good. The multi-fist, you're going to have to multi-heal. And at this point, you can go ahead and kabuff because he's healing, because we need his speed. I debated on giving Millie the meteorite bracer instead, so she could always do the extra healing faster. Ooh, but I'd rather have no Carver be the fastest one because he has revive in this fight. We're almost there, though. Why don't you go ahead... Yeah, you're going to keep multi-fisting no matter what. You're going to have to multi-heal. Throw a kabuff and throw a Kafrizzle. We're just doing our best. Yes! Okay, good. Millie went afterwards, so now she can kabuff everybody. Can I get this through this deathless? I would really love that. Oh, yeah, this is getting a bit much. I need to consider saving MP. I think a mid-heal's fine. But I am going to have you do a... No, you can do kabuff because we were disruptive waved. That's okay. I was going to have her do a latent hustle dance, but eh. Another thought I had was maybe taking off the ring so that way Millie always goes afterwards, and then her hustle will always help recover stuff. That is something you could do. I'm going to have you multi-heal instead. I just get worried about that because it's hard to really just do that. Can I unequip here in battle? Nah, I need a second one. Okay, good to know. Kabuff. He does have no immunity to zap, so I could have her do her... lightning attack if I really wanted to. I'm glad that kabuff went up. That does help. But yeah, Ashlynn's the main damage. Yes, we got him. And that's it for Dhuran. And Dhuran's all of his challenges, too. We're going to get some level ups, though. He's not too bad, but it depends what his AI does and all. So it's hard to tell for sure. I enjoy that fight, though, and that little bit of a gauntlet. It was nice. This time it felt actually like a bit of more of a challenge, considering I didn't have Carver with me and all. Really, as long as you have tanks, it's fine. You're going to... if you have some tanky people, you're going to be fine, which is why I like having to bring Millie and Ashlynn more anyway. Even Nevin's like slightly more tanky than them. But anyway, that's it for Dhuran and his gauntlet. I will see you at the next segment.